Hey there guys, I'm Toby and I'm back with another Cardiff Insiders episode. And it feels like it's been ages since I did the last one of these. Since my last one, it's been Christmas, the New Year's come and gone, and there have been loads and loads of exams. So I hope you survived all of it, and on this edition, whatever you want to call it, of Cardiff Insiders, I am going to be talking to you about annual events. So, starting very, very close to home then, next week is Refreshers Week, or Refreshers Week. Refreshers, I don't know how you say it. So, on the 27th of January, it's midday until 8 PM, there's ice skating in our class. So if you've done loads of ice skating before, or if you've never done it before, go along. And I believe, according to the Students' Union website, sessions are half an hour long and they cost £5, which includes skate hire. And then basically you go on the SU website and you book a time slot. The following day, on the 28th of January, there's a companies fair, which I presume is about employability and networking and all those important things that you've got to do if you want to get a graduate job. And obviously if you go along, Domino's are there, you're going to get free pizza. What's not to love? And finally, on the 29th of January, there is a dodgeball tournament. So get yourself a team of 10, get yourself signed up, and try to avoid being hit by the big orange balls. I should also mention that on the same day, there's a clubs and societies fair. So if you don't feel like you've got involved enough in clubs and societies in your first semester, then go along to that, meet some people, and sign up to any that take your fancy. Moving away from refreshers, the spring semester means only one thing. Yes, oh my god, that's cheesy, isn't it? Varsity, that's all you need to know. So 19 years ago there was a rugby match between Cardiff Uni and Swansea, and now it's grown into this huge thing where loads of teams across the university compete in all kinds of different sports and try to bring home the ultimate crown. So yeah, across the whole day, teams compete in over 30 sports according to the Students' Union website, and this all culminates in a Cardiff versus Swansea rugby match. And this year it is at the Liberty Stadium, and tickets go on sale. On the 29th of January. Also going on in Cardiff will be the usual event of Go Global and the Cardiff Fringe Festival. Now, Go Global is basically an annual celebration of culture and diversity. Every cultural and international society comes together and puts on a huge show in the Great Hall that involves a mixture of everything related to performance. So dance, I think last year there was a bit of drama, don't quote me on that. But in short, it's a really, really good night. On the same page, the Cardiff Fringe Festival is basically a week-long celebration of all society activity. So for example, last year there was a variety show in our class, which was open to everyone. I didn't go along myself, but I've heard there were some interesting acts. Another big event that you should really be aware of are annual elections. Now these are basically for the full-time elected officers, so basically the officers that run your students' union. And at the moment, nominations are being taken, so if you fancy yourself as Students' Union President or Vice President of Education or Vice President Welfare, whatever, get yourself onto the Students' Union website, and I'll put a link there, and nominate yourself. These are full-time roles, so they mean taking a year out of uni, but they can obviously offer you such good experience, not only for your CV, but it's just a great life experience as well, working for a students' union for a year. Obviously, if you don't fancy nominating yourself, you still have a part to play in voting. I'll do a much bigger video about this nearer the time. But basically, there's a week in February where everyone goes election crazy, people campaign, there are loads of different people running around uni in loads of different costumes. So yeah, it's basically really, really important, because obviously if you don't vote, then you can't have a say in how the Students' Union is run. Finally, the last event of the year, or the last big event of the year, is the annual Summer Ball, which It's basically the Cardiff Students' Union are calling it the greatest show on earth. But in short, it's held in the Motorpoint Arena every year. Last year, Labyrinth performed. I think Sigma performed too. And from the people I spoke to, it was a really, really good night. It's just a good kind of, especially for a third year, I can imagine. If you're third year and this is your last year in Cardiff, then it's a really, really good way to end your university experience. But even if you're in first year or second year, it can be just a good kind of end of exam celebration. Obviously, again, like Go Global and Cardiff Fringe Festival, it's way into the future at the moment, or at least it feels like it. No doubt it will fly around. But this obviously means that not many details have been released yet. The Students' Union make a really, really big deal of announcing the headline acts, so if they look like people that you'd love to see, then I definitely recommend going without a doubt. So that's your lot this time. There's loads more going on, but if I sat here and spoke to you all day about everything that was going on, I would be here for hours, and no one wants to hear me talk for hours. As usual, if you've got any questions or anything, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at Toby_Mots. It's there. We'll see you next time for I think I'm going to surprise you. Have a good one, guys.